Hey, sorry about that. I figured I might just delete the thing so I'm not leaking DMs and stuff. Hope you guys are all having a good one. Apparently, let me double check this. It might be my 3rd birthday since I've been on YouTube. Or at least that's what my YouTube says. But maybe that's not today, I'm not too sure. Anywho, that's pretty good. But yeah, hope you guys are all having a good one. Today's stream was going to be doing work, but now is just going to be probably playing some games. I mean, I don't know, maybe I end up doing some work later, but for now it's just playing games. I do have some news to talk about, however. 2 things. Affinity has finally done its thing, and with that, we are now aware of a new product. Which looks like it's going to be on the wrong screen. It loads. Boom. New product, which has got my weird ass name. I gotta change that. I don't know why it shows that. I did not make that. So, pretty cool. There's a couple of things that I'm not the biggest fan of. Like this is like super icky. I'm not a fan of this. I think this is a massive downgrade. And how it presents itself compared to how it used to be in the other one. Really hard to just like read and find, you know what I mean? Like what I like, where's 1920 by 10? Yeah, like it takes you a minute to read, so I'm not really at all a fan of that. But they've got some pretty cool stuff, you know what I mean? So they've merged everything into the one thing. But they've also created some extra stuff, so, you know, if I look, say, screenshot from our game, you know, you could do color grading from here, lighten up, darken, brightness, contrast, similar to some of the stuff, shadows. Reasonably, but it's brightening shadows. There's highlights, hues. Whoa, this is crazy. Muck around with it, which is pretty cool. Finally got a sharpness. Before they didn't have sharpness, I believe. I was trying to muck around with it a couple of days ago and I couldn't find it. I'm like, what? This is pretty crazy. That's terrible. And you gotta heap it more settings and stuff like that. So this is pretty cool. Object selection. I need to double check that to see whether any of my settings transferred or if I gotta adjust my settings, but and painting's pretty good. Could probably pin paint this. Isn't perfect, but pretty good job. Retouching as well. Kind of the same thing, to be honest. I don't know if I really noticed a difference outside of having control of that and a couple other different settings. But yeah, and then, you know, you got usual, you got your InDesign alternative, which is publisher. You got your normal pixel, which allows you to do normal pixel editing. Ooh, spooky face. Something pretty cool is I mean, to be honest, you can access this here as well, whether you want to do Vector in here or in here. But it's pretty cool, like, they've added some stuff where you can go, like, Vector if I wanted to. I don't know if this is going to be any good, to be honest, but it's probably not going to be great. But they did add an image trace, as you can see. Oh. There we go. So I've turned the smiley face into Vector, as you can see. It's fully vectorized. So pretty cool to see. Some other stuff, I mean, you got your normal default vector editor here, and I can always go and switch to pixel or vector. There's also a vector here, as you can see. So pretty cool. All able to do it in under the one thing really, which is really cool. Oh, very spooky. So this is pretty cool to see. I mean, definitely some decent changes. So, editive develop thing as well. Interesting. I wonder why you'd use develop over maybe something to do with, yeah, changing rules. But I don't know why, whether that's any different to these. Anywho, that's pretty cool. Some new features and stuff there. What else? Halloween. What else I was gonna say? Well, if it comes back to me. Oh, hiccups. We've got a new Blackthorns Manor, so today's stream I'm going to quickly go through Blackthorns Manor. Spoilers to anybody who's interested in playing the game. Unfortunately. Hold on. Nah, never mind. Pause my music. Oh, just the... Oh no, I've just turned it down, haven't I? Our volume sliders is not working. Must have just turned down my in general volume. That's all. Just writing down some things that we need to adjust. There are a couple ideas for what I want to do. I'm not going to elaborate on.
Sam finally responded.
Everything's kind of coming together. It's cool. Weird rendering issues there.
Surely there's a spare key nearby.
I'm just gonna play through the game, as per usual. Do I only just get the phone? That's weird. Let's just keep playing through. Ah, yes, the other thing I wanted to discuss was...
Maybe there's another coloured candle nearby.
What do you call it? I forgot about that. It's pretty cool, actually. Oink. That's an easy fix. Just looking for issues, because I know for a fact some people are not gonna notice some of these things.
My head.
Oh, I got...
I think there's a room past these barrels.
We'll be making some changes though. A lot of big changes to the game. I don't understand why the game's so quiet. I guess I've just turned down my volume quite a lot, but I don't feel like that's the case.
Maybe there's something I can pull to move the bookshelf. Maybe Sam finally responded.
What is going on here, my friend? I need to fix one of the doors actually. The way that one of the doors is not broken, but slightly fucked. Still some changes that need to be made, but we're just such a tight... Everything's just been super like, oh shit, not enough time, and so...
Maybe I could use this to get out of here.
writing down some small things. Oh, there we go. Wait for my stuff to go. Quite tall. These are all quite tall, actually. What the world? Get in here. Grab you. You. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Jacob! I told Jacob to delete the fucking box, and he didn't. Oh my god. Brother always calls me. He knows that I'm streaming because he looks on my Discord. He sees that I'm streaming. He's like, let me call him. Let me build again. What the fuck? Oh, there we go. Ugh. Project to remove the bot. Oh, not to delete it, but I said to disable it. Because we don't want it. And he must have forgotten to do it. Here's the thing. It's not the end of the world. The game's not broken for having it. However, I don't want people to not keep playing through the game. Now, because last time it was there because the game was slightly broken. Now we fix those issues. I don't want people to utilize that box thinking, oh, you know what I mean? It's still broken. Because then, you know, that's really bad. So, I just really need to fix that. Oh, another build is going to be in place. Hopefully, my stream doesn't die out on me. See how... Flashbang. It's actually genuinely annoying having to do it. It's fine for the Steam. We've uploaded it to Steam, which is fine, but... Because it's just devs have access to that. Let me... quickly rebuild. And while that's building, let's continue. Performance has been good, honestly, like really good. Considering the, you know, we're getting like upwards of 100 FPS. Oh fuck, I forgot to fix that. I'm pretty sure I fixed it as well. Oh, I guess I didn't. Let's see, did we update this? Why are some of these reflective and some of these not? Alright, let me continue. Alright, this seems to be done, so let me build. 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 Let me build me. Delete you. Let's compress to zip. Six minutes. I'm gonna refrain from pulling a Jacob there. Oh, am I stupid? I am. I never even disabled it for the fucking build, so I gotta go rebuild it now. What I did was I rebuilt it without fixing it. Let's do some little fixes. Let me start closing some of these because I don't need these. Let's remove these. Okay, minor bug fixes. Let's disable. Disable? Let's set. Which ones of these have went lights? Let's turn these on. Mixed. And I want this. Not static. Dynamic. And then these have to be real time, unfortunately. Because otherwise it casts a shadow. And then on top of that, this needs to be what's better? A, B. Yeah, you kind of gotta have the shadow. What else do we have? Fix those shadows. Let me remove the audio. What the? Maybe I can use this. And then let's double check this. Increase this box because I don't know why it's so small. And let's fix up whatever's going wrong with this. I don't know why it's so off. The rest of them are fine, no? Yeah, I mean, that all works. Alright, let me push this real quick. I don't recall adjusting that though. Matrix the sun. Set. What do you call it? Set prayer Room lights to be. Ah. Hold on, I might have a better idea. Where the fuck am I? Oh, it's the stupid black thing. What is it? I can't remove it. It's the UI. Okay, if I set that off. What about this? So we got one on, and the other one off. It's gonna run really badly, by the way, so stream might slow down. Always takes a minute. Let me cancel that. Let me rebake the lighting. Jeez. My PC was about to crash. My thoughts on this is I don't really want both to be real time, but potentially if I just have the closest one real time and the furthest one baked, maybe that's better. But we're gonna find out. New Witcher released as well. Oh, that's interesting. New Witcher show released and movie. I haven't watched the movie, but apparently watched that one after. Not that it really matters because I already know what happens, because I've read the books. But oh my gosh, seriously, I've seen the first 2 episodes. I think. Maybe I say I think because I may have not finished the second episode. I'm going to continue watching, of course, but not amazingly impressed. I think in some respects, some aspects are done slightly better than some other seasons. Like, how do I put it? If I'm going to be as objective as possible, they're following the story. Like, if you took, like, the premise of, like, the main chapters in the books, you could say they're following it. Like, you don't have Geralt and Ciri flying around in space in, like, astronaut suits, killing, like, space monsters. So, they're following the story. I'll give them that. But they are making still some big changes and decisions that I heavily disagree with, and just seems stupid, honestly, compared to the books. And honestly, it's just like, oh. There was somebody, and they're talking about how, like, the Witcher book subreddit is, like, super toxic, which I don't even know why they're on the Witcher book subreddit looking about their opinions on the games if they consider them toxic, right? Like, that's like seeing a bear trap and going, what happens if I put my foot in the bear trap? What did you expect? But I had a discussion. I pretty much just said people are passionate. And they're like, I don't even understand why. Like, they're changing the story, yeah, but I don't even see why people are complaining. And it's just like, brother, you have a story that you're following, and if you make major fundamental changes to the story, people are going to presume that it's doing a... Well, people are not going to presume. People are going to say it's doing a disservice to the book. No matter which way that you look at it. And where there is passion, there is, like, you know, frustration. Which is, like, my thing as well. Like, I'm passionate towards The Witcher, right? So, no shit, I'm going to be kind of... I've never had it take this long. This is actually crazy to me. It's because I'm streaming or something. But yeah. Let's see. I haven't been going that crazy. Lots of... Maybe if I close this. Maybe it'll give me enough overhead to speed this up. But yeah, with his passion, like, that's the thing. So I would say, yeah, sure, they're like following the story super loosely though. Like, there's so many decisions that are like, uh-oh. Like, for one, I think there are a couple things that they've done well. Like, there's a couple occasions where I'm just like, okay, you know, you're following the story. Or you've made a pretty decent decision here. Like, I think the casting for Stefan Scallan, I have seen him like once, but the one time that I saw him, I was like, okay, this is actually a pretty good job. Not how I imagined him in my head canon, but, you know, worked for me. I didn't mind it. But, oh, there's just stuff like with Regis that I'm like, nah. I mean, they're somewhat following Regis, but at the same time, there's definitely some stuff that I'm just like, not great. Milva, I just do not think is hitting what Milva should be hitting. Also, am I crazy for saying that they changed how Milva was introduced? Not like introduced, but like reintroduced. Where, isn't it well, first and foremost, they completely cut a bunch of the Finding Kahir at the start. Because there's a whole discussion with the traders and stuff, and that's without Milva. And I don't know why. I guess because they fucked it because of the end of the last season. But it's kind of disappointing because here's the thing, right? I personally think The Witcher really does a great job of empowering women. I mean, I'm not, you know, a girl, but from, like, so to put in perspective, one instance that I think, well, there's like so many things. Like, for example, there's the Lodge of Sorceresses, sorceress, girl, they are like the fucking controlling the whole fucking continent. They have so much power. So that's already like, geez, you guys are powerful. My Unity's just shit itself. So, they're already strong. Like, there's heaps of like that. But like, same with like when you meet Milva. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, when she gets reintroduced, she effectively, Geralt and Dandelion, or Jaskier, just depending on how you want to classify him, they are fighting. I mean, there is the traders, and they're talking to the traders. I can't remember why, but regardless. Anyway, then the Nilfgaardians come, and then they get into a fight, and then it was going a little bit sour, because Geralt obviously had a sore knee, and then Milva comes out and then saves them. That's what happens in the books. Milva, I think they do, it's a great job of, showing that Milva, one, is a respectable companion. Saving the day is great. It sort of gives a bit of, what's the word? Like, respect is out there. And it sort of sets the story for, like, Milva being, like, the badass she is. And then in the books, she's already part of the party. Barely doesn't really save Geralt, let's keep it real. Like, you could say, yeah, sure, but not really. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't have the impact. Like, she's not coming out of, like, the trees and just, like, sniping people with her fucking bow. Like, you lose some of the impact, and then now you've got, like, I just feel like some of the impact, like, you know what I mean? I, therefore, watching the show, don't have the respect and the... Like, I respect her, right? Of course. But in the sense of, like, her, like, re-entrance doesn't have, like, the whole, impact that it does in the books, in my opinion. And I think that's like, there's just so many small things like that where it's just like they make a change for whatever reason, maybe to introduce Milva earlier, but even though she is introduced earlier, so I don't know why they did it, but it's just like stuff like that where there's some small things that are just like, these choices to me are just bad. Like, how's this taking so long? But then you've also got like the Lodge of Sorceresses is completely fucked now. They are like, everything that made them powerful is like gone in the show. Like, they were super strong. Basically, Yennefer, after Thanedd, gets captured into like being a statue, and then I can't remember who. I think it was like maybe like Philippa has her, but maybe it's not Philippa. I can't remember. Maybe Sabrina Gluzig or something. I can't remember. Somebody has her trapped. Then anyway, after a long time, she gets released, and then they try to get her into joining the lodge, but then she's like super reluctant to join and really just doesn't want to do it. All she cares about is saving Ciri. She doesn't care about any of this. And then all the other sorceresses want her to join because she's really powerful. And then in here, we just see one or two sorceresses just got stabbed by random, normal, like, citizens. And then Yennefer's going around begging for people to help her and join the lodge. That's like a complete disservice to what the lodge is, Stuff like this, where I'm just like, fuck. You've taken, like, all the power from these characters, and you've just gone... Which then, it just ruins everybody's perception, you know what I mean? Like, the power that you feel from the lodge. is gone because they were like, they couldn't even help defend themselves against like a fucking civilian. It's a normal human. So they're not even fucking powerful then. And it was so stupid also, like the whole how they even interacted it. So now she's trying to build an army to stop Vilgefortz's army, which also ruins the the overall perspective of Vilgefortz, because now Vilgefortz sounds like a fucking wuss, needing his like spies to go in and attack people. Brother, Vilgefortz, like no sweat, like solos fucking Geralt and Yennefer in the books, like easy. Like he's just holding them off, both Geralt and Yennefer in the books, until Geralt pulls a sneaky. But you know what I mean? Like he needs now an army to battle like Yennefer and such. He would have an easy time. And then how do they I don't know. They're just fucking up everything. I just don't understand where they're going, really. Well, let me choose something. Man. It's just taking forever. What I'm gonna do, okay, because we're just sitting here and waiting for literally nothing. I'm gonna stop stream real quick. I'm just gonna finish baking this, which will take me like... Okay, bear in mind, this usually takes like 10 seconds. So, I don't know what it is. So, what I'm just gonna do is I'm just gonna finish rebaking it. And then I'm gonna restart stream. I'll be back. Sorry about this.